This time we're painting a mountain landscape, just in the grayscale. Interesting approach, mixed technique, airbrush or spray gun plus regular brush, like this one. So stick with me and enjoy the creating process of this mural. About this project, there was... I need to tell you about this project that there was actually a few rooms with the same kind of motifs, black and white mountains, where I was working on this guest house, basically, where most of the, not most of them, all of the murals I did there was mountain landscapes, all painted by airbrush or spray gun, but combined with some other techniques for a nice contrast and diversity. And few of them was black and white according to the requirement of the designer, so I needed to follow his guidance, or her guidance actually. Her name is Annie, and I did quite a few of these black and white things that I will combine in that video. And don't get surprised if you see things here where you don't see there. It will be mixed footage. The thing is, the style that I get established during that project is the same. I kind of like developed, and I really like that simple style of strategy that I followed during those projects. So you'll see that pattern. It's like always the smooth airbrush background combined with the foreground built out of highlights with light color with a brush, acrylic, water-based paint straight on the wall, thick rough edges, imitating rock formations and snow and so on. To be honest, if I would do it again, I would change quite a few things. For example, the background of the sky, the soft shades of color that I'm using to create the fading clouds. I would use like not pure gray, but maybe a few drops of certain colors. That can be quite a lot of colors, not only blue, but violet or ultramarine blue. Whenever it's diluted with white, it gets really nice, kind of violet directed color. It's really pleasant combined with, basically, even if you take orange or green and you dilute it really a lot with white, it will become like a turquoise kind of color, and then you can just enrich the experience for the eyes. Well, when I see the black and white mountain with a bit colorful background, that I like to say that the eye rejoices, basically your brain rejoices of seeing that contrast, having something completely like black and white, and then the fraction of color is so noticeable in such circumstances. I could add more color in the shades of the mountain too. Instead of black, I could use dark purple or something, and on the like reflected light of the parts of the mountain, I could use like a turquoise against the purple. and it will be really complimentary and rejoicing this. But I was told to work in the grayscale, so I did in the grayscale. It's not really that great, that grayscale, but however, that's the result. So instead of doing just 2 separate videos, because I used to have more than 2 actually rooms painted in similar way, but I'll just use these 2 and combine them. So don't wonder if you see sometimes different mountains, but they all look like part of the same project. I'll combine them just to show you, like, and at the end I'll show you the difference between the 2, but to show you how similar they are. What you may find interesting is the approach I used in that project, and it's like I'll always go for fadey and like a soft mountain painted with spray gun, airbrush, call it whatever you want. So I'll go for this soft shape silhouettes, then I'll go and do some structures too with the airbrush, basically spots and cracks here and there in the mountain. As closer you come to the foreground, basically the front layers will be darker and darker until I reach my darkest tone, depending on the different paintings. That might be dark gray with purple or just black. And then at the end I added a few drops of color in some back layers of the mountain in one of the landscapes, but you'll notice that immediately at the end. So while I'm painting like the last layer of mountains, the one that is closer to the horizon, closest to the horizon actually, then what I will do is shade a little, like spray a little towards over the edge of the mountain, so I don't have completely pure background, pure white background. And then I'll start cutting off the clouds as well, but I will not leave anywhere around the peak and the edges of the mountains completely white. Why? Because later I'll take the brush and with pure white color I'll kind of block them out, the edges. So the contrast from like the rough edges of the thick paint left by the brush strokes, the rough brush strokes, against the soft edges of the spray gun work, it really creates that diverse, dynamic landscape, that diverse approach that just, it tells the eyes, whoa, that's definitely stones lit by the sun there, and then look how rough edges they have, these stones, and then how they reflect, or that snow somewhere on the mountain's hill, or glaciers or something. Just that combination gives such a kick to the painting, makes it look really realistic, and I think that's that approach that I kind of developed while doing that whole guest house with more than 20 mountain landscapes. Gave me interesting discovery in the world of art, how to quickly and simply, kind of Japanese style of doing the things with a single stroke, although in my case not exactly single, but I hope you may enjoy the video and find delight to have something similar, or even enrich your art skills while painting something in that direction. If you like it, I'm glad. If you thumbs it up, it will get higher score on YouTube. More people will see it. Every channel is rejoicing when it's growing. Why? Because the effort is being paid off. I'll be happy if you find delight in these videos. Comment if you have suggestions or you're wondering why something is not done in a better way, or give me a suggestion. Looking forward to make some more of these for you. Bye bye. Have a nice footage. That's what I'm doing now, and I'm shooting on you as well.
I'm glad work's going well for you today. Hope the activity went well.
How not to be inspired?